Welcome to the Union Pacific's Cascade subdivision. Today we are going to dive into the steps I took to weather ScaleTrains.com's new Tier 4 GEVOs. Get out your brushes and paints, it's time to model. Before I began weathering, I made sure to mask the locomotive's windows, headlights, and ditch lights. Additionally, I removed the fuel tank to weather it separately. The entire model received a good application of Tester's dull coat to serve as a base for the weathering process. I began by darkening the grills with thinned black acrylic paint. The factory-applied gray on the roof and sides was much too dark, so I used a series of acrylic washes to adjust the gray to a more faded shade. Using multiple thin coats and drying each application with a hairdryer makes this technique quick and effective for fading any locomotive's or railcar's color. I worked in small sections, being sure to fade the gray consistently across the model. The gray on the sides of the model is also adjusted. Any gray that bleeds into the red stripe is cleaned with a damped toothpick. The sides and ends of the locomotive then received a series of washes of burnt umber acrylic to simulate general dirt and grime. Like the gray, I build up color, in this case a dirty brown, through multiple thin applications. Using a hairdryer speeds up this process considerably. I am careful to mop up any pooled wash before drying the model in order to prevent unsightly lines from puddled paint. For the roof, I did a series of washes applied with a fine brush. The dabbing motion created a really great effect. Here, I let the paint pool more than normal to simulate a considerable buildup of grime and soot. I used both burnt umber and black across the entire roof. I repeated this technique on the model's walkways as well, using burnt umber and black to build up dirt and grime. The trucks and underside of the model are weathered with acrylic washes as well. I use a combination of burnt umber, black, and other shades of brown to achieve the desired look. Using finer brushes helps ensure the wash covers hard-to-reach areas. Again, working with a series of washes helps to build up the weathering to match prototype reference photos accurately. Additionally, it is easy to adjust the color and intensity as I work. The fuel tank receives a similar treatment. I removed it from the model to make the application easier. Dark gray and black washes help to highlight the model's fantastic detail. To finish the weathering process, I use weathering powders. The dried acrylic washes provide a great surface to apply powders to. For the roof, I apply a general dusting of dark earth brown and simulate exhaust buildup with a heavy application of black powder. Excess powder is brushed or blown off the model. I use a fine brush to apply black powders to the grills on the sides of the model as well. Finally, the rest of the model receives a dusting of light earth brown. I use the powders to simulate dirt and dust buildup along the lower half of the model, on the trucks and the fuel tank, as well as on the pilot. Oil and fuel spills are simulated with black powders. After I've completed this step, the entire model is sealed with another coat of dull coat, the masking removed, and handrails reapplied. I hope that you give these weathering techniques a try. It is an inexpensive and easy way to give your ScaleTrains.com Tier 4 GEVO for any model a realistic finish. If you are interested in more modeling and weathering content, be sure to subscribe to my channel to be updated when future content comes out. Until next time, happy modeling.